Okay, what have I done today? I got mad because 2K absolutely sucks.
What? Why did it hit you in the face?
I have seen firsthand how the system is rigged.
I worked out. Almost. I at least ate well, if I don't count the donut. Both of the donuts. Now I just need to make a video on how to work without motivation, or I could just go play more 2K. See, why do we lose motivation to do the things that we know we need to do? Doesn't it only take 21 days to build a new habit?
You just keep on trying.
Well, kind of. I don't think that's not true. It just never really works for me. See, if I want to even just like experiment with something new, I've always struggled to motivate myself on how to do it. It's like trying to convince a cat to take a swim. Before I share the minor piece of wisdom I think I have, and why I don't think you have 21 days to make a new habit, I want to share a research technique I learned from Dr. K at Healthy Gamer GG, who is a great Harvard-trained psychiatrist. He has an awesome YouTube channel. You should totally follow him if you are not already.
And my favorite part about this, so here's pro tip. So people say that you shouldn't go into business with family. Here's the pro tip. If you go into business with your wife, you can sexually harass her and it's completely fine.
Is it though?
But he has this story about when he was in medical school, he learned how to get through it despite starting as a bad student by doing two things. He only allowed himself to sleep and to study. If you feel too tired to work out, cool, take a nap. Lie there and just think. Don't use your phone, don't listen to music, just rest. And maybe your body and your mind just isn't ready to do the thing that you want to do. You have a test to cram for, just study for half an hour and then go take a nap. I think this works really well for a lot of people, but some of us have work we have to actually do and we can't just leave. And some of us have work that we need to do right now or we'll never do it. And some of us take a nap, wake up, and we're still not ready to start because we are still unmotivated.
Like to be able to... Anyway.
But I think the key to this is twofold. First is I actually do want the results from the thing that I want to do, but I hate the process of actually obtaining the thing. The latter component of this is obviously the hiccup. And no amount of snoozing will fix the part of your brain that says, I just don't want to do it. I want to work out because I enjoy being active, and the feeling I get from being stronger, but repetitive up, down on a big, heavy object is excruciating for my dopamine-addicted mind. I know this is not a dopamine detox video. I love my vices, and I plan to keep them. But you know what ruins a good time, ruins a good day? The weight of unfinished business. You have personal and societal judgment that makes your unconscious mind say, maybe if we ignore it, I can pretend it's not there. But remember how to have a long life but a half-life in Harry Potter? Avoiding things is essentially the same as sucking off the unicorn so that you'll have more of what you want, but it'll be less wonderful. Is that how that works? What I mean is that the things that bring you joy don't feel anywhere near as fun when you've got something hovering over you for the entire time. But even that doesn't get you motivated to do the things that you need to do. That's because you would rather protect this small, tiny piece of joy that you've found rather than sacrifice it to the unknown possibilities. Your freaky lizard brain is like, why take risks for good later when good now? And that is a heck of an argument. Why grind for hours to be a doctor when you could be a much needed healer in World of Warcraft right now? Why be a lawyer when you could just binge watch Suits, which is actually a much better time than being a real lawyer, take my word for it. My thoughts are really a double-edged sword here. I just did a video on why these things you love but distract you are actually really important, and you shouldn't remove them from your life. In fact, you should embrace them. I will link that at the end. But what do you do when the task that you fear is just completely unfulfilling? Now, do not get confused with what I mean here. Are you unfulfilled? Are you dissatisfied? Are you unsatisfied? Are you confused yet?
But Jonathan, dissatisfied and unsatisfied are the same thing.
No, dissatisfied means that you're displeased with something, that you're not happy with it. Just like how I'm not pleased with how you haven't subscribed to the channel already. Unfulfilled, on the other hand, means something has been left incomplete. A goal is lying in wait, dormant. Unsatisfied, however, is the most dangerous of this unholy trinity because it means failure to meet an integral desire or need. Leaving a dream unfulfilled can lead to a deep desire remaining unsatisfied, which will cause you to become dissatisfied with your life. Got it? How does this help motivate you? We already know that you are dissatisfied. We already know you're not as happy as you want to be. But we can work backwards, because feeling dissatisfied is a gauge on answering the question, are you leaving your dreams unfinished? Listen to me, dear viewer, that there is nothing wrong with looking at your goal and saying, no, I don't actually want to be an Olympic curler. You know that thing that looks like if you asked an AI to make up a sport? Yeah, scratch that and become an Olympic poodle clipper instead. Yes, this is a real Olympic awarded sport. But remember how I said that taking 21 days to make a new habit is maybe misleading? You don't need to take 21 days to make the habit. You need to give something, a thing that truly resonates with your soul, 21 days to see if it can become a part of your character. Instead of you molding yourself to the habit, you need to mold the habit to you. You want to be a musician, so you start doing the things that musicians do. You want to adopt the habits of musicians, but it's boring and you hate the process.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician. Mm-hmm. What the that mean? Make magic or something?
Take the 21 days with lots of naps and spend as much time figuring out how to make this fun and ignite the part of you that says, yeah, this is how I want to do things. This is how this version of a musician does things. When you don't feel motivated to work, what you mean is that you haven't figured out how to make it satisfy you yet. I found new places to study. I found new music to study to. I found new places to do my work in. In fact, I wore different suits, different ties, different things because I wasn't like other people and I didn't want to behave like that. And eventually this new form of self-expression was actually what I needed to know that I was on the right track for me. That's why in my last video I talked so much about figuring out what things do matter for you, because you can't pursue the goals in the way you want to pursue them unless you figured out who you are yet. But if after 21 days you find that something just doesn't fit into your personal identity, maybe ask yourself, is this even really me or for me? But it's much better to find that you don't want something than to find out that that thing doesn't want you. So give it your 21 days your way, and good luck. Thanks.